Raga is the Somaliland Strategic Advisory Group Chairwoman, international development leader, and humanitarian advocate with over 30 plus years across nonprofit and public service, and also the founder of the American Team for Africa, partnering with the World Health Organization. Help me welcome Raga.
Following decades of marginalized conflict of injustice, and the people of Somaliland restored their sovereignty on May 18, 1991, and have since built a peaceful, democratic, and stable nation through their own determination and sacrifice. As we commemorate Somaliland's Independence Day tomorrow, we are reminded that Somaliland's pursuit of international recognition is not a request of succession. It is the restoration of the sovereignty that existed, we recognize, and remains firmly rooted in history, law, and democratic will of the people. As in Portuguese, they say, "A luta continua, a luta continua." It means the struggle continues.
Inna ma'al usri yusra, inna ma'al usri yusra. These two verses are my favorite ayahs of the Quran because it says to the Prophet, along with every difficulty comes ease, along with every burden comes solution, along with every problem comes every difficulty. You may not see, you may not connect the dots, but Allah is saying to the Prophet and saying it twice and emphasizing it to him.
The region faces challenges including terrorism, piracy, weapon trafficking, human trafficking, and increasing competition among major powers seeking influence in Horn of Africa and broader Red Sea region. The United States of America and its allies maintain freedom of navigation and secure maritime commerce is a vital strategic interest. Stability along the Red Sea directly contributes to global economy and stability.
Knowledge has been said in our Deen, Quran, what Allah said. هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون. And what do we say as our in Somali language too? Can somebody pass that test? Aqoon la'aani waa iftiin la'aan. The absence of knowledge is the absence of light. Aqoon la'aani waa iftiin la'aane. وأقليو إلى إسلام أوغادا دوكسيادا أوغادا.
The regime of international law has opened up the people, their capital, and their companies, and the club of states is no longer exclusive. So what does this mean for Somaliland and Somalilanders? Both obstacles and opportunities. All right? While possessing almost all of the attributes of a sovereign state, right, a defined territory, people in that territory, a well-functioning government, Somaliland doesn't have a spot at the table. Okay. Right? It can't shape or benefit from the rules and norms of international law in the traditional sense. That's the obstacle. But there are opportunities as well. Statehood no longer means impunity. A determined and dedicated people can have legal mechanisms to punch upward at the states who are in the club. We're here, we've all collected together to engage the law on behalf of the Somalilander people.
Somaliland, you probably did not know, they have what's called the Guti. The elders have a big voice And because of them, Somaliland survived so many times. Somaliland did what you call 6 presidential elections, changing hand, and one of them actually was as little as 80 votes.
I think we should really spend some more time thinking about apprenticeships, both from people in the United States who might want to go to Somaliland to do certain things, but also people in Somaliland who are interested in career paths that perhaps they don't have an opportunity to engage with. So by using your networks again, some of you may run companies, some of you may be involved in all sorts of institutions, create pathways for young people rather than just bemoaning the fact that unemployment rates are high. Well, unemployment rates may be high, but we as individuals can do something about it by giving young people pathways, giving them chances, teaching them things, and helping people to see things that perhaps they haven't.
Please join me in welcoming our moderator and distinguished panelists as we begin this important conversation on why strategic engagement between the United States and Somaliland matters, not tomorrow, but today.
If you're not politically right, it's not necessarily going to go anywhere. And so that's something that has to be built through a coordinated strategic campaign that incorporates all the elements that Joel just mentioned, as well as others. Media, for example, right? Occasionally we see articles. There was an article, I think, in Fox News a couple of months ago about Somaliland. Very nice. So it's an article. It's there one day, it's gone the next. If it's not part of a coordinated campaign which utilizes the media not as an end, but as a means to a larger end, and if it goes together with interfacing with Congress and building alliances and reaching out to think tanks that deal with strategic issues and maritime security issues and African issues, etc. All these pieces of the puzzle, if they're put together in the right way, they can bring about the desired result.
Individual who then builds up credibility for the idea that there is a strategic interest for the United States in having this tie to Somaliland. So building a bit of a political support cocoon is crucial. And so as you think through how you engage and what you want to do, you also are third-party validators. You are American citizens. You should be able to say, this is an American interest, this is something where we can build our relationship with the world, with Africa. There are a variety of things to say, but when you say that and in public and you do that, and then that is shared with policy people, that is shared with influential people, that helps to create a political protection, a cocoon of sorts, to help you deal with the negativity that comes.
Whether the United States will act while it's still the chance to be early on the trust partner, because Somaliland today is looking for partnership and looking somebody that can trust, has a willing to work with, because Somaliland already has shown a government and its people. We showed that it can be trusted.
December 2025, Israel recognized Somaliland and broke the ice. But the question is, are we going to wait the ice to melt, or are we going to use the ice while it's still cold? So the window is open, but the window should close eventually. The distance between being the first mover and being one of many is exactly what is narrowing while we talk. That is the cost of waiting.
We can push this ship to a shore. Number one is to get engaged with our local politics in America by finding out who is a friend of Somaliland. And it doesn't matter which side of the aisle they are, as long as they are supportive of Somaliland, we're going to support them. We're going to vote for them. We're going to primary them to get in, because that's our prime role right now. Number two, we have to be even more friendly with the ones that we know are sympathetic to Somaliland, such as one of the congressmen from Pennsylvania, Scott Perry, or Ted Cruz of Texas. We have to go beyond that and support them.
We have a parliament very good.
There are people who are running schools, all right, but there is no national policy which says, for example, take the idea you're talking about the human resources development. How should we improve our educational system and take it from primary, intermediate, secondary, and higher education? Without that, we will go nowhere.
Fortunately, Somaliland has one of the most open environments. There is next to nothing in terms of restrictions on where you can invest, what you can invest, how much you can invest, and when you will take your capital and your profits out. You can come in most countries, there is restrictions of taking out your capital back, even your profits. There is none of that in Somaliland.
Ian Ismail is, we are very happy to have her. She is a gutsy lady running for parliamentary of Somaliland. Oh my God.
Systems that it's in place hadda meesha waxa weeyaan system ku dhisan saddex tiir. Saddexda tiir mid waxa weeyaan dowladnimada cusub which is waxaynu ka dhaxalay dowladahan dunida jooga. Talabaad waa diinteena oo Ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala uu complete ka dhigay wada noolaashaha iyo leadership sida wax loo xukumayo sida wax loo wadanka cadaaladiisu socdo. Saddexaad waxa weeyaan waa dhaqankeenu isagoo oon Britishina gumaysanin ayay beelaha wada deganin ku wada dhaqan jireen dhaqan ay isku fahmaan waxna ku wada qabsadaan. Dhaqankaasi imika wuxuu leeyahay awood weyn oo ka weyntii hore or sometimes dowladda dumisa.
That resolution is called Resolution 1844, and it clearly says the situation in Somalia constitutes a threat to international peace and security in the region. So, as we know, the international system doesn't reward good behavior. It rewards what's afraid of.